the biggest tip I can give you. So many people.
We asked the Speedy Sebbies WhatsApp community what ride we should do next. They choose an off-road route through the canals around Harderbeespoort and Brits, known as a beginner-friendly track, but long enough to properly test you. What followed was close to 90 kilometers of water, sand, mud, and a few lessons we didn't expect. Not far in, we realized the recent inclement weather had made this track far more challenging than expected. We'd already had one or two small incidents, and so we stopped. And that's when Tim Skelton stepped in.
Take off your helmet, I'll give you some tips. So that's just sort of stuff you need to get used to. That's adventure riding. You can come across it any time. First tip is, obviously you want to be standing up, right?
Oh, right.
Absolutely. This is what you learn on basic training. It's how you control the motorcycle. First thing is, when you're standing up, you need to see your buddy behind you. So here's a tip. When you're standing up, you can't see anybody in that mirror. Just tip it up so that you can see your mate behind you when you're standing. And when you're sitting, you can see him there. It's very easy. So you're not having to, oh, where's my buddy? You can see him straight in the mirror. Then, when you get to stuff like that, don't be scared of it. When you're scared, you tend to tense up and you clamp. The front wheel needs to move, and as long as you have forward momentum, the bike will always keep going. What you want to do in that situation is not look at the fancy tiger badge here. Look as far ahead as you can. I'm looking through that corner already there, okay? That way, it allows time to slow down because you can then make a decision at which line to take. It's not right on top of you immediately. What you want to do in mud and sand is stand up, be loose on the bike, let the front wheel move a bit. So you're holding your bars with about the force you would use to squeeze a tube of toothpaste. And you don't want to be clamped on. 2 fingers on the brake, 2 fingers on the clutch. Just let the bars do this. Keep the momentum on. A little bit of positive throttle, which means the bike is going to have drive. In mud and sand, you don't want your weight over the front wheel. You see what happens there? I put a little bit of weight and the front wheel is digging in, so it's going to do that and make it feel horrible. What you want to do, the correct position, boot heel up against the foot peg and just drop your heels backwards. So we want to be standing up, and all you want to do, heel against the foot peg, and when you see that mud coming, stand up, drop your heels. Look what it does to my butt. It puts me back. Look what it does to the bars. I'm pulling back slightly on them, not too much, I'm not yanking, but I'm just putting the attitude of my weight onto the back wheel. So front wheel comes light and it tracks, it doesn't want to dig in, because as soon as it digs in, it wants to do this and then you fall over. I see it. So just remember, standing up, be relaxed, heels down when you see the mud. First gear, you don't have to blast through that stuff, okay? First gear, track it through, get used to how the bike feels. Then, the biggest tip I can give you. So many people do it incorrectly because they panic. Let's say this was a mud hole. It was filled with water.
Tim Skelton from Motorrad Adventures has nearly 2 decades of experience leading adventure rides, riding all over the world and guiding trips throughout South Africa. He took 5 minutes, body position, standing correctly, how to approach water, how to ride mud without fighting the bike, and almost instantly, everyone rode better. I rode sweep on this one, right at the back, not rushing, riding with one of my good mates. And honestly, that gave me a completely different view of the ride. The fatigue, the concentration, the small wins, just to keep moving forward. Yes, I had the typical badger face as well, a big brown smudge on the tip of my nose.
I spend half my time putting my thumb through my screen.
How are you doing, Speedy?
Yeah, lekker.
I didn't think it'd be that much mud, but it's obviously from the rain.
Absolutely. I mean, look at my leg, bro.
By the end, we were quite tired. I'm fit and I was exhausted. One or two of the guys really struggled with dehydration to the point where mistakes started creeping in and bikes nearly went down. That's when it really hits you. Off-road isn't about speed, it's about preparation. A huge thanks to Tim and Nadine from Motorrad Adventures. They didn't have to step in, but they did, and it made the ride what it was.
I didn't see the ride.
I didn't see the ride, I saw the donkeys.
About 500 meters back in the bush, there were the donkeys, and about 200 meters behind that.
Oh yeah.